Yeah. Didn't work out in our favor, obviously. Didn't have the greatest footing. It happens. It's game of inches. The play before was pretty close too. Didn't turn out in our favor today. We were 2 of 5 in the red zone. We can't do that against a team like this. So a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But at the end of the day, 4-2 into the bye week. Going back to last year, taking a loss the way we did against Arizona, Hail Mary bye week. This is a resilient team. I got no doubt that we're going to use this to fuel us and be ready to go in 2 weeks.
Josh, you said you didn't have the greatest footing. Did you slip, and had you noticed footing as a problem leading up to that?
I was just trying to find a window to get in there, and quarterback sneaks aren't the funnest play by any means. There's I got to find a way to get a first down there, so it happens.
You guys got to go back and look at it, but as you're talking about it, going through it on the sidelines, what were the issues early on in the red zone?
Just not executing how we should. Shooting ourselves in the foot a couple times with penalties. I gotta be better for us, in the red zone. So it's no secret, 2 of 5 again against a team like this. It's not going to win you a football game, and we go 3 of 5, we win that game. But again, a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. That's a really good team. They had a really good plan. Obviously, on offense, they've got some really good players over there. So you can't give them those opportunities and not convert. When you got to put 6 on the board.
Josh, did you feel like you had that first down on the play before the sneak? And did you get any explanation as to why there wasn't any kind of a review?
No explanation. I don't know. I did it in hopes of trying to get the first down. I think they looked at it on video, and I think the call was a good call. So again, it's a game of inches, and again, so many shoulda, coulda, wouldas that we're going to look back at this film and feel even worse than we do right now. But again, it's one game. Like I said, we're not going to try to blow this out of proportion. Learn from it and move on.
You mentioned the Arizona game and the pain that you took into the bye week and how your team responded in a positive way. How did you do that last year, and how do you try to duplicate that this year?
I think it's very similar feelings, the way we lost both of these games. And, typically you don't carry anything over from year to year, but we do have that type of experience going back to last year. And just coming out of the bye week, really hungry, really ready. And, we got to go and do that again. We got to put this one behind us as quickly as we can, get our bodies back. I know we had a couple injuries tonight, so get back on track with those things and start looking to put together a game plan. I think we got Miami in 2 weeks.
Josh, everybody that's been on here so far has kind of said, look, if we can get 17 with the ball in his hands and a chance to win the game, we're going to do that. How much pride do you take in that, even though it comes up short today?
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in it, and I love Coach McDermott for giving me that opportunity, and I got to go out there and prove him right. Sometimes the plays don't go your ways. They get paid on that side of the ball too. And like I said, they had a good game plan. That's a really good team, and hopefully we see them again. Because again, the way they're playing right now, I expect them to make a run, and got a lot of respect for them.
Can you speak on that when the call comes down and it's we're going to try to win the game right here with Josh? When you hear that, assuming that's something you're like, okay, no, let's do that.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want your coach to have that belief in you, and who better to have the ball in their hands than 17? He's the best player we got. So, nobody's mad at anybody for any calls. It just comes down to we got to execute better than they do, and we didn't. So.
I think you guys are clicking at like 50% in the red zone so far this season. Is there any common thread to the struggles? I know that you take things on your own shoulders, but is there anything in your film review from each of these games so far that you can pinpoint as to what's gone wrong or what's gone right in some instances?
I'd have to look at this film and see if there's any, common factors. Ultimately, it comes down to execution, and it starts with me. So I got to be better with the ball in my hands, and put us in a better position to try to score touchdowns instead of field goals. And again, with a team like this, how good they are, we know that's not going to cut it. So it's something that we gotta focus on and learn from. And like I said, I got no doubt that this team will.
Josh, the final score aside, the feeling of this offense. You got people involved who aren't necessarily involved every week. Tommy Sweeney scores a touchdown. Diggs has one of his best games. Bo has one of his best games. You just take us through the offense and getting everybody involved and how important that is for you.
You know, we moved the ball really well tonight. Again, just kind of taking what the defense gave me early on and allowing our guys to make some plays, and I think we did a good job with run after the catch, guys getting open, finding zones. You know, so when you kind of have that feeling of being able to move the ball and you kind of stall out there in the red zone, it's never a good feeling because, you know, we want to score points. That's our job, score touchdowns. And, again, we just didn't do a good enough job with that tonight. But seeing some guys get involved, getting, you know, Cole back involved in the offense the way he played tonight was awesome, and we're going to continue to need that going forward.
Cole, you guys, the first, it was 6-0, you guys were kind of in control. They haven't done a thing. And when he broke that long touchdown run, was that kind of the signal that, I mean, I guess you knew it going in, but was that kind of the signal that, man, this is going to be a long slugfest of a night?
There were no thoughts like that. It's a one play at a time mentality. So I mean, you never know how a game's going to play out, and you know, we don't really focus on the other side of the ball. We just got to execute on our side and focus on what we have to do. And there were a lot of things we could have done better, you know, and you always feel that way in a game like this. But no, there were no thoughts about like if it was going to be a long game or not. We were just next play mentality.
You always talk about learning from whatever happens. So even though the drive didn't end the way you want, that circumstance, down, trying to drive on the road, learning from that, it seemed to be a hard thing to replicate in any other way than actually what you just had. How big is that to at least learn from what you guys did today and help you going forward in those spots?
Yeah, 2-minute situations, again, like you said, you can't replicate those in practice or in walkthroughs. We haven't been in many situations like that this year. So to kind of have that, again, everything you can learn from, you know, is a plus. I know, you know, we didn't win the game, but there's a lot to learn from that drive. You know, and we gotta work on it and move forward.
Cole, you had 2 targets in the first drive tonight. It looked like there was a gift to the ball. Did you know that was going to be part of the game plan? Did you come in motivated to make the most of the opportunity?
I mean, you never know how the game's really going to go, but you know, I knew there would be a chance, so that's really all you can really look for. And you know, there's still some plays that I feel like I left out there. Me and Josh missed on a 3rd down. That was crucial earlier in the game, so you know, I was glad to be involved, but you know, I'd rather not be involved and win than be involved and lose. So.
Last one, guys.
Yeah, I mean, huge shout out to Dawson. You know, I don't know what's wrong with his hand, but I know it's not great. It's his throwing hand. And I was trying to call it the play off. I was shaking my hands at Dave, like, don't call it. We can't do it. And he looked at me and said, I got it. I'll get it to you. So, you know, to, again, put your body on the line like that and grit through it, that was a big-time play. And, you know, that's awesome when a teammate is willing to do that, and that's why we love him.